Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience. Murtagh is my name, from James L. Murtagh Auctioneers. We're here to sell this fine farm in Escarban, Brideswell, in one or more lots. On my left, and here assisting me today, is my colleagues Grán Urian and Chloe Coyne, and thank you to LSL and the Shamrock Lodge for facilitating this outdoor hybrid auction, online and outdoor auction. And Aileen Giblin is here from Jack Duncan and Company, Ballinasloe, who have the carriage of sale, and I'll ask Aileen to read out the conditions of sale, and if you have any questions, we will endeavour to answer them. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm going to read first of all the general conditions per the Law Society Conditions of Sale 2019 edition, pertaining in particular to the sale by auction of the property, and then I'll read the special conditions which relate to each of the 4 lots which are offered today. So condition number 4, auction. Where the sale is by auction, the following provisions shall apply. A. The vendor may divide the property set forth in the particulars into lots and subdivide, consolidate or alter the order of sale of any lots. B. There shall be a reserve price for the subject property, whether the same shall comprise the whole or any part of the property set forth in the particulars, and the auctioneer may refuse to accept any bid. If any dispute shall arise as to any bidding, the auctioneer shall, at his option, either determine the dispute or again put the property in question at the last undisputed bid. Put up the property, I beg your pardon. No person shall advance at a bidding a sum less than that fixed by the auctioneer, and no accepted bid shall be retracted. Subject to the foregoing, the highest accepted bidder shall be the purchaser. C. The vendor may withdraw the whole of the property set forth in the particulars, or where such property has been divided into lots, withdraw any one or more of such lots at any the reserve price. D. The purchaser shall forthwith pay to the vendor solicitor as stakeholder a deposit of 10% per annum percent of the purchase price in part payment thereof, and shall execute an agreement in the form of the memorandum to complete the purchase of the subject property in accordance with the conditions. The conditions of sale then relating to lot 1 are as follows, and I'm reading the conditions. The folios 15061, 15062 and 15063, all of the Register of Freeholders, County of Roscommon, shown informally and for identification purposes only on the copy map attached to the contract that I'm reading from, and referred to as Lot 1. And then I go into the detail of what plan in the land registry maps match the plans as drawn on the map, which is available for inspection by all, in respect of which the vendors are registered as full owners with an absolute title. And then you have your map, as I say, for inspection. And the documents schedule, then, the documents that are available for inspection are the land registry sealed and certified copies of the filed plan folios of each of 15061, 15062 and 15063 County Roscommon. I have up-to-date folios of each of those printed today's date. We have a composite map provided for assistance with identification. That's the map attached to the contract. We have a copy of a land registry application in Form 80 to lead to removal of an inhibition from folio 15062 County Roscommon. We have a copy of a planning Mr. Conor Hayes, consulting engineer, and this is provided for assistance and without prejudice to special conditions, and we have replies to requisitions on title. The special conditions then for Lot 1 are as follows. Save where the context otherwise requires or implies, or the text hereof expresses to the contrary, the definitions and provisions as to interpretation set forth in the within general conditions shall be applied for the purposes of these special conditions. Number 2, the said general conditions shall A. apply to the sale conditions shall prevail in case of any conflict between them and the general conditions. B. Be read and construed without regard to any amendment therein, unless such amendment shall be referred to specifically in these special conditions. Number 3. Title shall commence with and consist of the registration of the vendors as full owners with an absolute title of the property comprised in folios 15061, 15062 and 15063 County Roscommon, and shall be deduced therefrom. Number 4, the vendors through their solicitor have lodged an application of folio 15062 County Roscommon, which is pending under dealing reference D2021 LR 086253H. If completion of registration of said application has not been notified to the vendor solicitor prior to completion, the purchaser shall accept the vendor's undertaking to, through their solicitor, procure the completion of registration of their application to delete the entry referred to. Number 5, subject to and with the benefit of the information and documentation, if any, provided with regards to same, the purchaser shall satisfy themselves fully as to the status of the road, if the property in sale, and save as provided in this contract. No further information or documentation regarding same shall be sought or produced for closing, and purchaser is deemed to take with full notice of the situation pertaining, having satisfied themselves independently with regard to these issues. Number 6, the matters listed at requisition 26.5 and requisition 31 are for the purchaser alone to satisfy themselves upon. The vendors make no representation whatsoever as to the presence of or absence of any of the areas, zones, designations or sites at or on or near the subject of sale herein, and by committing to this contract, the purchaser is deemed to have satisfied themselves fully, having made their own inquiries and carried out their own searches on these issues, and no objection or requisition is to be raised or will be replied to regarding same, and neither shall any documentation regarding these matters be sought or produced. Number 7, without prejudice to the generality of all or any of the foregoing special conditions, the purchaser shall be deemed to have inspected the property in sale and to purchase same with full knowledge of the state thereof, as regards area and or extent of lands and buildings, repair of any buildings, walls, party walls and fences, and roads and services and status of same, layout, access thereto, water supply, drainage boundaries, planning permission, building regulations, compliance therewith and identity, and all other like and related matters, and shall take the property as is. Number 8, this contract document represents the entirety of the agreement between the parties hereto, and this sale therefore is subject to and only to the conditions herein contained. All notices, posters, descriptions, advertisements and representations, if any, are hereby withdrawn. Number 9 is the last special condition. The closing date shall be 4 weeks from the date hereof, or earlier if agreed. That's the end of lot 1. Lot 2. Again, I won't detain you too long by reading everything from the start to finish. Again, suffice to say that the particulars and tenure of lot 2 are again parts of the lands comprised in folio 15061, 15062 and 15063, and the map is available, and this is the lot number 2 map available for inspection purposes and for assistance only, and you have a similar list of documents provided. The land registry application for removal of that inhibition, which is a very old 1978 harmless little inhibition on the folio, replies to requisitions on title, and again these special conditions are very similar to those which I just read out with regard to lot number 1, save and except no reference to a building therein. Lot number 3 is again coming from each of the 3 folios, 15061, 15062 and 15063 County Roscommon, again with which we're concerned per lot 3, and the only difference between this contract and number 2 is the availability of a draft statutory declaration of the vendors regarding the exercise of the right of way over and by means of which access is gained through neighbouring properties and through the property in sale for neighbouring owners in turn to access the property in lot 3. So as I say, I won't trouble you with the reading of 3, if that's all right, and again there is no building on lot 3. Lot 4 then is the entire, and again pretty similar to what I have read in relation to lot 1 in particular. Map is available for assistance only, and this is obviously the entire of the property. This is lot 4. All of the property comprised in each of the 3 folios referred to, with all of the documents listed and available for inspection for anybody who would like to see them. And as I say, the special conditions pretty much the same. Number 1. Thank you very much.
Okay, Eileen, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this superb 73-acre farm in Brideswell will be offered in one or more lots. So we'll start with lot 1, 31 acres. Lot 2, 7 acres, real good land, no waste. And lot 3, 5.6 acres. And then the entire lot 4. So if you're interested in any lot, I would ask you to bid in a firm and forthright manner, as if we reach the reserve on maybe the lot 4, the entire, we may not be reverting or returning back to that lot. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, lot 1, 31 acres and farmyard. Top class farm. Wait a lifetime for a farm like this to come on the market again. Get me away there, somebody please. Lot 1, 31 acres and farmyard. Get me away there, somebody please. Have I 400,000? Have I 380? Have I 380? Have I 350? Have I 350,000? Have I 350,000? Have I 350? Have I 320? Have I 300? Have I 300,000? Have I 300,000? Get me away there, somebody please. Have I 300,000? Have I 280? 200,000 bid. At 200,000 bid again now 200. 200. At 200,000 bid again now 200. At 200,000 any advance at 200,000. At 200,000 bid again now 200,000. At 200,000 any advance at 200,000. At 200,000 have I 210. Have I 210? At 200,000 bid again now 200,000. At 200,000 bid again now 200,000 on the floor. At 200,000 bid again now 200,000. At 210 online. At 210,000 bid. At 210,000 now. At 210,000 any advance at 210. Have I 220 bid? At 220 on the floor. At 220,000 bid again now 220. 220. At 220,000 bid again now 220. 220. Have I 230? At 220,000 bid. At 220,000 bid again now 220. Against you online. The bid is on the floor at 220,000. At 220,000 bid again now 220. 220. At 220,000 any advance at 220. At 220,000 any advance at 220,000. 230 online. At 230 bid. At 230,000 now. At 230,000 bid again now 230. 230. At 230 have I 240, sir? 240. 240 bid. At 240 on the floor. At 240,000 bid again now 240. At 250. 250 online. At 250 bid again now 250. At 250,000 bid again now 250,000. At 250,000 online, but again now 250,000. At 250,000, looks great value. 250, 260, 260. At 260 on the floor. At 260,000 now. At 260,000, but again now 270, 270 online. At 270,000. At 270,000, but again now 270, 270. At 270,000, any advance at the superb farm, ladies and gentlemen, model farm at 270,000 online. At 270,000, any advance at 270. Have it 280. At 280. At 280 on the floor. At 280, but again now 280. At 280, fill it up. Have I 300? Have I 300,000? Have I take 290 if you like. 280 on the floor against you online at 280,000. At 280,000, any advance at 280. 280. At 280,000, any advance at 280,000. At 280,000, hold on after 280,000. Remember, it's important to be on top. At 280,000, 290 online. 290. 300,000, bid again now 300. At 300,000, any advance at 300,000. At 300,000, 310 online. 310, 310,000. At 310,000, bid again now 310. 310. At 310, bid again now 310. 320. 320, 320,000 on the floor. At 320,000 now. At 320,000 bid again now 320. 330 online. 330. At 330. At 330,000 bid. At 330,000 against you, sir. 330,000. The bid is online. It's against you on the floor. 330,000. At 330,000 bid again now 330. 330. Now 330. Have I 340, sir? Have I 340? One bid might buy it at 330,000. At 330,000 bid again now 330. 330 at 330,000. All then after 330, 340. 340 on the floor. 340 now at 340,000 bid. At 340,000 against you online at 340,000. The bid is on the floor against the online bidder at 340,000. At 340,000. Make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. Looks great value. At 340,000 bid again now at 340,000. 350 bid at 350 online. At 350. At 350,000 now. At 350,000 bid 350, 150,000 bid again now at 350, 350, how about 360, sir? How about 360 at 350,000 online against you on the floor at 350,000, at 350,000 bid again now at 350, 350, at 350,000 all done after 350, at 350,000 bid again now at 350, 350, at 350,000 online against you at 350,000, all finished after 350. How about 360, sir? One bid might buy it at 350,000. At 350,000 bid again now, all done after 350, all finished after 350. I'm sure than that at 350,000. At 350,000 bid again now at 350, 350 at 350,000, all done after 350,000, all finished after 350. I'll take 5 you like. Have I 355? Have I 355? 355 bid at 355 now. At 355, 360 online. At 360 online. At 360,000 bid. Against you on the floor at 360. Take 365, sir. Have I 365? At 360,000 bid again now. 360. 360 at 360,000 bid again now. At 360. 360 at 360,000. Any advance at 360,000. At 360,000, ladies and gentlemen, for this superb farm at 360,000. 31 acres and a model farm. You're on a model farm, great vein of land at 360,000. One bid might buy it, so I have a 365. Have I 365? 360 is the bid online. It's against you on the floor at 360,000. All done after 360. At 360,000, take 5 you like. At 360,000, all finished after 360. All done after 360. At 365 at 365 at 365, new bidder online at 365,000. At 365,000 bid again now at 365. 365 at 365,000. Have I 370? Have I 370? At 365,000 bid again now 365. 365 at 365 bid again now at 365. 365. Don't fill up the gap at 365,000 bid again now at 365. 365 at 365,000. Have I 370, sir? Have I 370? Bidders 365,000 at 365,000, all done after 365. Have I 370? Before I pass, at 365,000, don't risk it being sold in its entirety. At 365,000, today is the day. You won't get a chance like this again. At 365,000, at 365,000, all done after 365,000, all finished after 365,000. Have I 370 before I pass? All done after 365,000. And bidder against and on the floor at 365,000. All finished after 365,000. Okay, we'll move on to lot 2. Lot 2, 37 acres. Some of it recently reseeded in luscious pastures. Great quality land. Get me away there, somebody, please. Have I 300,000? Have I 300? Have I 280? Have I 280,000? 37 acres of real good land, good road frontage, laid out in neat divisions, well fenced, all in permanent pasture. Have I 280? Have I 250? Have I 250? Make me an offer there, somebody, please. Have I 250? Have I 250,000? Well, 220 then. Have I 200? Have I 200,000? Get me away there, somebody, please. Have I 200? Have I 200,000? Have I 200,000? Well, 180 then. Have I 180? Have I 180,000? Have I 180? Won't start much less. Have I 160 then? Get me away there, somebody, please. Have I 160? Have I 160? 150,000 now. A 150,000 bid. At 150,000 bid again now. 150. 150 at 150,000. Any advance at 150,000. At 150,000 bid again now. 150,000. At 150,000 have I 160. At 150,000 any advance. At 150, at 150,000, any advance at 150. At 150,000 bid again now at 150,000. At 150,000 bid again now, all done after 150,000. 37 acres of real good land at 150,000. At 150,000 bid again now 150. Have I 160? Take 5 you like. Have I 155? Have I 155? At 150,000 bid again now, all done after 150,000. All finished after 150,000. I'll take 5 if you like. 155 online. At 155 now. At 155,000 any advance at 155. 155 at 155,000 any advance at 155,000. At 155,000 any advance at 155. Have I 160? Have I 160,000 for 37 acres of real good land at 155,000? At 155,000, but again now 155. 155 at 155,000, all done after 155,000. Before I pass, take 160 if you like. At 155,000, all done after 155, all finished after 155,000. Okay, we'll move on to lot 3. Lot 3, 5.6 acres. Get me away there, somebody please. Have I 50, 40,000? Have I 40,000? Have I 40,000? Have I 40,000? Have I 35? Have I 35,000? Have I 35,000 for 5.6 acres of good land, regular shaped field, all in one division? Make me an offer there, somebody please. 25. 20,000. At 20,000 bid again now 20,000. At 20,000 any advance at 20,000. At 20,000 bid again now 20,000. 20,000. At 20,000 bid again now at 20,000. 20,000. At 20,000 any advance at 20,000. At 20,000 bid again now have I 25. Have I 25? At 20,000 bid again now any advance at 20,000. At 20,000 bid again now 20,000. 20,000. At 20,000 any advance at 20,000. At 20,000 bid again now have I 25. Have I 25? 25 bid at 25 now. At 25,000 bid again now at 25. 25 at 25,000. 30,000 bid at 30,000 now. At 30,000 bid again now 30. At 30,000 at 20. 27. 30,000 bid again now 30,000. 30,000 at 30,000 bid again now 30,000. 30,000 at 30,000 any advance at 30,000. At 30,000 any advance at 30,000 now. At 30,000 bid again now all done after 30,000. Have I 35? Take 2 if you like, sir. Have I 32? Have I 32? One bid might buy it at 30,000 bid again now at 30,000. At 30,000 any advance at 30,000. Looks great value, ladies and gentlemen. At 30,000 bid again now at 30,000. At 30,000 any advance at 30,000. Have I 32, sir? Have I 32? I'll take 1 if you like. Have I 31? Have I 31,000? At 30,000 bid again now, all done after 30,000, all finished after 30,000, all done after 30,000, all finished after 30,000. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, move on to lot 4. So the entire is going in it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, 550,000 for the entire. 550,000. Lot 4, 73 acres of real good land, all within close proximity to each other, ideal for any farming enterprise. 73 acres at 550,000. Offers in advance at 550. Have I 560? Have I 560 at 550,000? The total of all the lots, lot 1, 2, and 3 is 550,000. At 550,000, but again now at 550. 550 at 550,000. Have I 560? At 550,000, but again now at 550. 550 at 550,000. Any advance at 550,000? At 550,000, all done after 550,000. Today's the day, ladies and gentlemen. One opportunity at 550,000, all finished after 550, all done after 550. Have I 560? Have I 560 at 550,000, all done after against 50,000, all done at 550,000. Okay, I take it there's nobody interested in the entire lot. Just if you bear with us, we're just going to go back to lot 1 again, and we will So 300, so lot one, 365,000. 365,000. At 365,000 for lot one, 31 acres and farmyard. 365 at 365, but again now 365,000. At 365,000, any advance at 365,000. At 365,000, but again now 365. 365 at 365,000. Have I 370? Have I 370? At 365,000, any advance at 365,000. At 365,000, any advance at 365,000. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if the property does not reach the reserve and it is withdrawn, the highest bidder will have option on that lot for a half an hour to the exclusion of everybody else. At 365,000, but again now have I 370. Have I 370? At 365,000, but again now 365. 365 at 365,000, any advance at 365. Have I 370, sir? Have I 370? At 365,000, any advance at 365. 365 at 365,000, all done after 365,000, all finished after 365,000. It's against you online and on the floor at 365,000, all done after 365,000. Okay, we'll move on into lot two. Lot 37 acres, 155,000. At 155,000, any advance at 155. Have I 160? At 155,000, any advance at 155. 155 at 155,000, any advance at 155. 155, have I 160? Have I 160,000? At 155,000, any advance at 155. 155 at 155,000, all done after 155, all finished after 155,000. At 160 bid, at 160, at 160, at 160, at 160 online, at 160 bid again, now 160,000. At 160,000, any advance at 160. 160, at 160,000, have I 165? Have I 165? At 160,000 bid again, now 160. 160, at 160,000, any advance at 160,000. At 160,000, any advance at 160,000. At 160,000, 165 bid, 165, 165 bid. At 165 now, have I 170? Have I 170? At 165,000 bid again now, 165,000. At 165,000, looks great value, ladies and gentlemen, at 165,000. Great farm at 165,000. At 165, any advance at 165. Have I 170? Have I 170,000? One bid might buy it at 165,000. At 165,000, it's important to be on top of 170 bid. At 170 now. At 170 bid again now, 170. At 170,000 online. At 170,000 bid again now, 170,000. At 170,000, have I 175? Bid again now, 170. 170 at 170,000, any advance at 170. 170 at 170,000, any advance at 170. At 170,000, I'll take 5 at 170. Any advance at 170,000. All done after 170, all finished after 170,000. It's important to be on top. You're going to lose it at 170,000. All done after 170, all finished after 170,000. Have I 175 before I pass? At 175. At 175, have I 180? Have I 180? At 175,000 now. At 175,000 bid again now, 175. 175 at 175,000, have I 180? At 175,000 bid again now, 175. 175 at 175,000, any advance at 175. At 175,000, all done after 175,000, 180 bid. At 180 now. At 180, have I 185? Have I 185? At 180 bid. Have I 185? At 100 bid again now, 180. Remember the golden rule, ladies and gentlemen, never stop bidding on an even number at 180,000. At 180,000 bid again now, 180. At 180,000 bid again now, 180. Have I 185? Have I 185? Before I pass, at 180,000, all done after 180, all finished after 180,000, all done after 180,000 before I pass, at 180,000. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, technical. Just if you bear with us for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, just bear with us for a moment. Just one online bidder has a bit of difficulty, so excuse us. We just have to find out if it's at our end or their end. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your lot 3, please. Lot 3, 30,000. 30,000 bid again now, 30,000 for lot 3, 5.6 acres. At 30,000 bid again now, 30,000. 30,000 at 30,000, any advance at 30,000. Have I 32? Have I 32? Before I pass at 30,000 bid again now, 30,000. 30,000 at 30,000, any advance at 30,000. I'll take one if you like. Have I 31? Have I 31,000 at 31 at 30,000 bid again now, 30,000. All finished after 30,000. Take one if you like, sir. At 30,000, any advance at 30,000. All done after 30,000. All finished after 30,000. All done after 30,000. Okay. It's the lot 4, the entire.
575.
So lot 4, the entire, 575,000. Lot 4 for 73 acres. Real good model farm. Well, I have 575 as a total of all the 4 lots, or three lots, excuse me. At 575, bid again now at 575. Have I 580? Have I 580? At 575,000, bid again now at 575,000. At 575,000, any advance at 575,000. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested in the entire, you must put your best foot forward and bid here online or on the floor, as we'll be only negotiating with the people who are the highest bidders on the individual. Our line 5 is a total of lot 1, 2, and 3. Have I 580? Have I 580? If you're interested in the entire, have I 580,000? At 575,000, bid again now at 575, 580 bid at 580, at 580 online, at 580,000, bid again now at 580, 580, at 580,000, bid again now at 580, 580, at 580,000, bid again now at 580. Have I 585? Have I 585? At 580,000, bid again now at 580. At 580,000, looks great value. At 580,000. At 580, any advance at 580. 580 at 580,000, bid again at 580. 580, have I 585? Have I 585? Before I pass at 580,000. At 580,000, any advance at 580,000. At 580,000, all done after 580, all finished after 580,000. All done after 580,000. Have I 585 before I pass? All done after 580,000. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, just bear with us for. We'll be back to you then. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so the entire is making, as you are aware, the entire is making more than the individual lots. The highest bid on lot 1, 65,000. So, I mean, you may have to bid against yourself in order to be on top for us to negotiate with the highest bidder if the property is withdrawn and we don't reach the reserve. So, if you want it, you may have to bid against yourself in this instance. 365,000. At 365,000, we're not just there yet. A little bit more might do it, but 365,000. At 365,000, bid again now. 365. 365 at 365,000. Any advance at 300,000. At 365,000, have I 370? Have I 370? At 365,000, any advance at 365,000. At 365,000, all done after 365. Have I 370? Have I 370? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the total of all the lots is making more. Is lot 4 is making 580,000, 5,000 higher than the total of the individual lots. At 365,000, bid again now. 365. 365 at 365,000. Any advance at 365. At 365,000, have I 370? Have I 370? 65,000, all done after 365, all finished after 365,000, all done after 365,000. Okay, go on to lot 2. Lot 2, 37 acres of real good land, 180,000. At 180,000, any advance at 180. 180 at 180,000, any advance at 180. Have I 185? At 180,000, any advance at 180,000. At 180,000, any advance at 180,000. At 180,000, bid again now. 180. 180 at 180,000, any advance at 180,000. At 180,000, all done after 180. Have I 185 before I pass? At 180,000, bid again now. 180,000. At 180,000, all done after 180,000. Have I 185 before I pass? 185 bid at 185 now. At 185,000, bid again now. 185. 185 at 185,000, any advance at 185,000. At 185,000, bid again now. 185,000. The bid is online at 185,000. Have I won 90? Have I won 185,000? Bid again now, 185. At 185,000, bid again now. All done after 185. Have I won 90? Have I won 90? One bid might buy it, but 185,000. All done after 185. At 185,000. Any advance at 185,000. All finished after 185,000. It's a shame to lose it at 185,000. Remember, it's important to be on top. If the property is withdrawn, to negotiate with the highest bidder. If we don't reach the reserve at 185,000, at 185,000, bid again now. Have I won 90? 90,000. All finished after 185,000. All done after 185,000. Have I won 90? At 185,000. All done after 185,000. Okay, lot 3. Lot 3, 30,000. 5.6 acres is making 30,000. At 30,000, bid again now, 30,000. 30,000. At 30,000, any advance at 30,000. Have I won? 32. At 32,000 on the floor. At 32,000 now. At 32,000, bid again now, 32. 32. At 32,000, any advance at 32,000. At 32,000, any advance at 32. 32. At 32,000, any advance at 32,000. At 32,000, any advance at 32,000. At 32,000, looks great value. At 32,000, bid again now at 32. 32. At 32,000, bid again now at 32,000. At 32,000, any advance at 32. 32. At 32,000, bid again now at 32,000. At 32,000, any advance at 32. At 32,000, have I won? I'll take one if you like. Have I 33, sir? At 32,000, bid again now, 32. 32. At 33,000. At 33,000 now. At 33,000, bid again now, 33. 33. At 33,000, any advance at 33. At 33,000, bid again now. All done after 33,000. All finished after 33. At 33,000, any advance at 35,000 bid at 35. At 35,000 bid again now, 35. 35. At 35,000, any advance. All done after 35,000. At 35,000 bid again now at 35. 35. At 35,000, any advance. After 35,000, I'll take 36 if you like. At 35,000, all done after 35,000. Okay. So. Okay, so 590,000 is the total of. At 590,000 bid again now, 590. 590, have I 600? Have I 600? At 590,000 bid again now at 590. 590. At 590,000, any advance at 590,000. At 590,000 bid again now at 590. 590. At 590,000 for lot 4, 73-acre model farm at 590,000, any advance at 590. At 590, take 5 if you like. Have I 595? Have I 595? At 590, bid again now, 590. 590. At 590,000. 90,000. Bid again now at 590. 590. At 590,000. Bid again now. All done after 590. All finished at 595. At 595. At 595. Bid again now 595. 595,000. Bid again now 595. 595. At 595,000. Have I 600? Fill it up. Have I 600,000? At 595,000. Looks great value for what's on offer here today, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the day. One chance at 595,000. Bid again now 595. 595. At 595,000. Any advance at 595. All done after 595,000. All finished after 595. Have I 600? Have I 600,000 at 595,000? All done after 595,000. All finished after 595,000. Okay, we'll just excuse us for a moment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's a differential of €10,000 between the highest bid on the entire and the individual lots. 365. At 365. So I mean, if you want to buy, or if you want to be in the running for lot one to negotiate, even if the property is withdrawn, we would need to for you to bid on. 365,000. At 365,000, bid again now. 365. 365 at 365,000. Any advance at 365,000. At 365,000, any advance at 365. How about 370, sir? How about 370? At 365,000, bid again now. 365. 365 at 365,000. Any advance at 365,000. At 365,000, any advance at 365. 365 at 365,000. Any advance at 365. At 365,000, any advance at 365,000. At 365,000, all done after 365. It's against you on the floor and against the online bidder at 365,000. All done after 365,000. One bid might buy it. How about 370? How about 370? At 365,000, all done after 365,000. Before I pass, last chance at 365,000. Okay, lot two. For lot two, which consists of 37 acres. At 185,000, bid again now. 185. 185 at 185,000. Any advance at 185,000. At 185,000, have I 190? Have I 190? At 185,000, bid again now. 185. 185 at 185,000, bid again now. 185,000. At 185,000, any advance at 185. 185 at 185,000, bid again now. 185,000. At 185,000, all done after 180. Have I 190? I'll take 2.5 if you like. Have I 187,500? I'll take 2. 187,500 bid at 187,500 now. At 187,500, fill it up. Have I 190? At 187,500, bid again now. 187,500. At 187,500, bid again now. 187,500. At 187,500, bid again now. All done after 187,500. Have I 190? Have I 190? Fill it up. At 187,500, bid again now. 187,500. All done after 187,500. All finished after 187,500. Have I 190? Excuse me. Have I, sorry, apologies. Have I 190? Just mute it for a second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. Have I 190,000? Have I 190,000? At 187,500, any advance at 187,500. At 187,500, all done after 187,500, all finished after 187,500. Have I 190? Fill it up. Okay, we'll move on to lot 3, 35,000. At 35,000, bid again at 35. 35 at 40,000, bid again at 40. At 40,000 now. At 40,000, any advance at 40. At 40,000, bid 45. 45,000. At 45,000 now. At 45,000, bid. At 45,000, bid again now. 45. 45. At 45,000, any advance at 45,000. At 45,000, any advance at 45,000. At 45,000, have I 50? Have I 50 before I pass? At 45,000, bid again now at 45. 45 at 45,000, all done after 45,000, all finished after 45,000. Okay, we'll move on to lot 4. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the total of the 3 lots is making 607,500. At 607,500, There's no rush, it's not raining. At 607,500. Any advance at 607,500. Have I 610? Have I 610? It's important to be on top. I had mentioned before, if you wish to be, if the property is withdrawn and we negotiate with the highest bidder, it's important to be on top. At 607,500. Have I 610? Have I 610? Have I 610,000? Have I 610,000? That's 607,500. Bid again now, 607,500. That's 607,000. Any advance is 607,500. That's 607,500. Any advance is 607,500. All done after 607,500. Have I 610? Have I 610? Before I pass, it's important to be on top at 607,500. All done after 607,500. 610, at 610, at 610,000 now. At 610,000, bid again now, 610. 10,000. That's 610,000. Any advance at 610? 610. Have I 615? Have I 615? At 610,000. Bid again now at 610. At 610,000. Any advance at 610,000? At 610,000. Bid again now 610. 610. At 610,000. Any advance at 610,000? All done after 610. I'll take two if you like. Have I 612? Have I 612? At 610,000. Bid again now at 610. 610. At 610,000. Any advance at 610,000? At 610,000, all 10,000 off and 10,000. I'll take two if you like. At 610,000, all done after 610,000. Okay, excuse us, folks, for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We'll just go through the lots again. The situation here is the highest bidder is the entire, and if you're interested in the individual lots, you would need to increase your offer, or we will be maybe withdrawing the property and negotiating with the highest bidder, who will have a reserve, who will have the option on the reserve for half an hour after the property is withdrawn. So at 365,000, have I 370? 365,000 for lot one, and 365,000, but again now 365. 365, have I 370? At 365,000, but again now 365,000. At 365,000, any advance at 365,000. At 365,000, any advance at 365. 365 at 365,000. Against you on the floor, against you online at 365,000. At 365,000, any advance at 365. Have I 370? Have I 370? At 365,000, but again now all done after 365,000, all finished. 1,000, all done after 365,000. I'll take two if you like. Have I 367? Have I 367,000? One bid might buy it at 365,000. Have I 367? At 365,000, but again now 365. 365 at 365,000, all done after 365,000, all finished after 365,000. Okay, we'll move on to lot two. Okay, lot two. 100 at 187,500, bid again now 187,500. Have I 190? Have I 190? Same situation applies, ladies and gentlemen. If you wish to be involved here, you must be the highest bidder. And the highest bidder at the moment is on lot 4, the entire. At 187,500, have I 190? Have I 190? At 187,500, bid again now 187,500. At 187,500, any advance at 187,500. All done after 187,500, all finished after 187,500. 500. Have I 190 before I pass? All done after 187,500. Okay. Lap 3, 45,000. At 45,000, bid again now, 45. 45, at 45,000, 47, at 47, at 47,000. At 47,000, bid again now, 47. 50,000 bid, at 50,000 now. At 50,000, bid again now, 50,000. At 50,000, bid again now, at 50,000. 50,000, at 50,000, any advance at 50,000. At 50,000, all done after 50,000. All finished after 50,000. All done after 50,000. Okay, lot 4. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the total of the 3 lots is making 615,000. At 615,000, bid again now, 615. 615, at 615,000, any advance at 615,000. At 615,000, bid again now at 615,000. At 615,000, have I 620? Have I 620? At 615,000, bid again now at 615. 615, at 615,000, any advance at 615,000. At 615,000, any advance at 615,000. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the highest offers are on the individual lots. The total is coming to 615. If you wish to buy the entire, you must be the highest bidder on the entire. At 615,000, bid again now at 615. 615, at 615,000, any advance at 615,000. Have I 620? Have I 620? At 615,000, all done after 615,000, all finished after 615,000, all done after 600,000. Okay, excuse us for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, apologies. Just an error. It's 610,000. Lot 4. At 610,000, bid again at 610. 610, that's 610,000. Any advance at 610,000. At 610,000, all done after 610. At 610,000, any advance at 610. 610, at 610,000, all finished after 610,000. Have I 615? Have I 615? At 610,000, any advance at 610. At 610,000, all done after 610,000, all finished after 610,000. Okay, just bear with us for a moment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, not just there yet. Thank you for your patience. A little more might do it. At 365,000, any advance at 365. 365 at 365,000, any advance at 365,000. At 365,000, all done after 365,000. All finished after 365,000. At 365, have I 370? Have I 370? You've come a long way, and I don't want to lose you now. At 365,000, have I 370, sir? Have I 367? Have I 367? Before I pass, at 365,000, all done after 365, all finished after 365,000. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the highest bidder will have an option on the reserve for half an hour to the exclusion of everyone else. At 365,000, all done after 365, all finished after 365,000. Okay, 365,000. Okay, lot 2, 187,500. 187,500. At 187,500 for lot 2, 37 acres at 187,500. At 187,500, any advance at 187,500. Have I 190? Have I 190? Before I pass, have I 190,000? All done after 187,500. All finished after 187,500. Have I 190? At 187,500. All done after 180. At 190. At 190,000. At 190,000, bid again now 190,000. At 190,000, any advance at 190. Have I 195? Have I 192? Have I 192? I'll take 2 if you like. Have I 192? At 190,000, bid again now 190,000. At 190,000, any advance at 190,000. At 190,000, any advance at 190,000. At 190,000, all done after 190,000. Have I 192? Have I 192? At 190,000. 190,000, any advance, all done after 190, all finished after 190,000. It's against you, online bidder, at 190,000. At 190,000, all done after 190,000. Have I 192 before I pass? At 190,000. Okay. So lot 3, 5.6 acres. At 50,000, any advance at 50,000? At 50,000, any advance at 50,000? Have I 51? At 50,000, bid again now 50,000. At 50,000 for 5.6 acres of good land. At 50,000, bid again now 50,000. At 50,000, any advance at 50,000? All done after 50,000. All finished after 50,000. All done after 50,000. Okay, lot 4. Okay. Okay, the total of all the lots is coming to 605,000, and the highest bidder on lot 4 is 610. So we will just run through them just one more time. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. 10,000, any advance at 610. 610 at 610,000, bid again now at 610,000. At 610,000, bid again now at 610,000. At 610,000, any advance at 610. Have I 615? At 610,000, bid again now at 610. 610 at 610,000, any advance at 610. At 610,000, bid again now, any advance at 610. All done after 610,000. All finished after 610,000. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, lot 1 is making 365,000. The instructions are to withdraw the property at 365,000 and negotiate with the highest bidder at 365,000. Last time at 365,000. At 365,000 before we withdraw the property, formally withdraw the property at 365,000. All done after 365, all finished after 365. I'll take two if you like. Have I 367? Before I pass, at 365,000. Last chance, today's the day. You're going to lose it. At 365,000. At 365,000, withdrawing the property once. Lot 1 at 365,000. Withdrawing lot 1, 31 acres, model farmyard. Withdrawing it twice at 365,000. And for the third and last time, formally withdraw the property at 365,000. Okay, withdrawing lot 1 at 365,000. Thank you. Lot 2, 190,000 for lot 2, which is 37 acres. At 190,000, all done after 190,000. At 190,000, have I 192? Have I 192? Before I pass, at 190,000, but again now 190. 190? At 190,000, but again now 190,000. All done after 190,000. All finished after 190,000. We're going to withdraw the property at 190,000. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the highest bidder will have an option on the reserve for a half an hour after the property is withdrawn at 190,000. At 190,000, withdrawing it once at 190,000. Withdrawing it at 190,000. Last time, formally withdraw the property for the third and last time at 190,000. Lot 3, 50,000 for lot 3, 5.6 acres. 50,000 bid again now at 50,000. Any advance at 50,000? At 50,000, all done after 50,000. All finished after 50,000. Withdrawing it once at 50,000. Withdrawing it twice at 50,000. And last time, formally withdraw lot 3 at 50,000. And lot 4, ladies and gentlemen, a 73-acre farm, that lot 1, 2, and 3 in its entirety. In lot 4, 610,000. At 610,000, bid again now, 610. 610, have I 615? Have I 615? Before I pass, at 615,000, or 610,000, I beg your pardon. At 610,000, bid again now at 610. 610, at 610. Bid 615 now at 615,000, bid again now 615. 615 at 615,000, bid again now at 615,000. At 615,000, any advance at 615,000. At 615,000, bid again now at 615. 615 at 615,000, have I 620? Have I 620 at 615,000, bid again now at 615,000. At 615,000, bid again now at 615. 615,000. At 615,000, have I 620? One bid might buy it. At 615,000, any advance? 15,000, bid again now at 615,000. At 615,000, all done after 615,000, all finished after 615,000. Have I 620? Have I 620? I'll take two if you like. Have I 617? Have I 617? At 615,000, bid again now, all done after 615,000, all finished after 615,000, all done after 615, take two if you like. Have I 617 before I pass? At 615,000, all and 15,000. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just in relation to, thank you to lot 4, I formally withdrew lot 1, 2 and 3. We're now going to formally withdraw lot 4 at 615,000. We will negotiate with the highest bidders of the individual lots. Thank you very much for your patience. Apologies for it being such a long, drawn-out event, but I appreciate your patience. And Gurmagh to all those who attended here today and to the online viewers. And our appreciation to the Shamrock Lodge, Mr. Paddy McCall and the Shamrock Lodge for facilitating.